What are the things that you are seeking? Okay, let's talk about your foundational desire. What do you really want in life? Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Okay, let's go with Love Chief because since your mute is not on, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? What do you want to? What do you want in life?
What I want in life is leave a legacy behind
Legacy.
that
Okay.
leave a legacy behind that we are all God's children and we need to treat them with dignity, regardless of whether we were born with our right set of mind or whether we were born with Down syndrome. So
Okay.
when I'm gone, okay, it should be said that somebody tried to make a difference in the lives of people with Down syndrome.
Okay. So someone else, what do you really want in life? Love, you said legacy. Someone else.
This is Nelly.
Uh-huh.
What I really want in life is to be a source of positivity everywhere that I go, and what people would think of me to think of positivity in the space.
Okay. Anyone else?
Martina.
Okay.
I want to impact. I want to have a massive impact on society. So alleviating people's situations, will contributing to the well-being of citizens in Uganda. And stigma, as I talked about sickle cell disease, and stigma and empower. Yeah.
Okay. So now we see what do you want to do in life? Let's go with why are you looking to establish your foundational desire? Why is he looking to do that? And there are certain key factors as to why you should even want to do that. And things along the line of, for example, they will inspire you to achieve your goals, particularly when times are tough. Okay, that's why you want to, because you want to stay focused on, I want to leave a legacy. You can't leave a legacy if you quit. You can't be a source of positivity if you quit. You can't make an impact if you quit. Okay, knowing what you want will dramatically increase your chance of achieving it. Like I said before, when you know what you want and you're determined to make that happen, nothing will stop you. Okay. And there's sometimes when you're gonna hear people say, well, you need to slow down, you need to slow down. Understand something. If you take a single block and you put it in front of a train, that train won't move. But if that train is moving and you put a brick wall in front of that train will go through the brick wall. That's called the law of momentum. Sometimes people are going to tell you you need to slow down, so you need to slow down. And sometimes you really do need to slow down so you can think straight. But when you have the law of momentum behind you and you're moving on and you're moving on, you don't have time to slow down at that moment in time. And that's where strategies comes in. And again, it's the mindset. You also got to remember your foundation is a lot more than money. Money alone will not motivate you. Because guess what? There comes a point in time where you will have more than enough money for whatever you want to do. Okay. Until you get to that point, though, then money might be a motivator. But what's even bigger motivator for Love T, a bigger motivator for money is going to be creating that legacy. For Nelly, the bigger motivator than money is going to be being a source of positivity. For Martina, being an impact in society. Money can't do those things for you. You have to do those for yourself. Okay? So that again, you have to maintain your mindset. Okay, determine your foundational desires. Okay? So when we're talking about our foundational desires, and today is going to go a little bit quicker because I really want to engage you guys in getting you to talk about your business, why you starting your business, what are you going to do once you leave here? Because a lot of times we go to presentations, we get information, we talk, and then the next day we're like so motivated when we when we leave the presentation, so when we sign off, we're like really motivated. And then 6 months from now, we go back to another presentation, talk about the same things, and we have not done bridge that gap. So I want to get you guys talking today. Okay, this next exercise, I've asked Nelly to be my volunteer, but it's very important that each one of you take out a piece of paper, and I want y'all to write this down. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at is our desire and what you could accomplish with your business and why you want to do it. Okay, so Nelly's already agreed to be my volunteer. And the first thing I want you to think about is answer this question. What would you like to accomplish with your business? Okay, and then anyone can tell me what is it they would want. What do you want to accomplish with your business?
I want to help teams connect better so that they can achieve the goals at hand.
Okay, so you want to help teams achieve data.
Connect better.
Connect data.
So that they can be able to achieve their goals at hand.
So they can achieve their goals. Okay, now, let me ask you this question. Why do you want to do that?
I came to a realization that if we connect better as human beings, we are able to achieve much more together. So I want to help them realize that it's possible to achieve what they have to achieve through the initial human connection.
Okay, Catch, you ready for this one? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to help them achieve more?
Okay, so once they achieve more, I do believe that what we are setting out, the different corporations set out to do what they have to do, or the dreams or the goals that they want to achieve, is to better society. So once they achieve their goals, they can better the society, and then we'll be able to have solutions around us.
Okay, so why do you want a better society?
Because when we better the society, then, and we have solutions around us, we will have a better stay as human beings, better lives.
Why do human beings need to have a better life than the one that they already live in?
So once we have the better lives as human beings, then we are able to accomplish more and leave a legacy for generations and generations, leave a better environment for our generations to come.
But we lived in that, we lived through that environment, so why do we need to make it better?
If we lived in that environment, if the environment is better?
Yeah, why do we need to make the environment better?
Because it will be able to serve humanity in a better way.
Serve humanity in a better way. Why is it your responsibility to serve humanity in a better way?
Because then we have better lives, then we can support each other well, then we are able to achieve much more together.
So as you can see, when you get into your business and you take your most of the times when we say what we want to do and why we want to do it, when you dig deeper into why you want to do it, you truly comes into the final why is your foundational desire of really why you want to do your business. Okay. That better life, to making things better for people in the future is very important to know. Okay, so now you have to say, okay, now that I say this is what I want to do, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you want this to happen? Okay, but before we go there, did anyone else do the 7 levels of why? Did anyone else write down their 7 levels of why? Because it's an exercise that you got to think about. I was a little unfair to Nelly because I didn't tell her what she was going to be doing, and it was impromptu. But when you sit down and you really think about it, and you go deep into it, you will come up, and if Nelly did this again, she may come up with different answers, more detailed out, because like I said, she didn't know what she was going to be. What I was going to ask her, I just asked her to be my volunteer. But I would like anyone else If you took the time to write it down as with the 7 whys, did anyone else take part in that exercise?
Yes, I did love to.
Okay, can you tell me the very first why and then your very last one?
My very first one was I want to about to serve families with individuals with Down syndrome and intellectual disabilities. Last line is we are all the government, as we are all in different vocations. And if the government has denied my target group the opportunity to be productive citizens in society, then I have to step up and play my part to be that change that society has denied them to be.
So in essence, you see your role in society as being a part of the change. And
Yeah.
so many people often say change is necessary, but is not willing to put in the effort to make the change. You know, they often say you need to be the change that you want to see happen. You need to
Yeah,
be a
but
change.
I can't keep sitting down and making excuses for nothing being done.
Correct.
You know, when I'm an educator and there's a need, so and step up to the plate, even though I will also put up the government. Initially, I should would see what I'm doing and
Correct.
knowing that that's a service that they have denied their citizens. So
Exactly. So, anyone else want to take part and share what their first why was and their last why? Going once, twice. Okay. For those of you who identified what is it that you want to do, how bad do you want this to happen on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Okay, I got a 10. Anyone else?
And
Okay, I got a 2 10s. Anybody else?
10. Nelly.
Okay, that's what. 2 more. Okay, great. Now, here's the question you have to ask, you have to ask yourself, and more importantly, document the answer. What are you going to do to develop yourself so that you can have the business you desire? See, because a lot of people focus on the product and or the service that they're going to do, but they don't focus on themselves. Do you know most the number of people who will not read a book cover to cover once they finish high school is in excess of 50, is in excess of, I believe, 75% of the people who finish high school will never read a book cover to cover once they finish high school. If Love T wants to do a business dealing with Down syndrome, 70% of the books you read should be relative to Down syndrome, treating Down syndrome, overcoming Down syndrome, dealing with a child with Down syndrome. Why? Okay. Let's see. Nelly wants to be a source of positivity. Okay. Your books that you read, the videos you watch should be relative to positivity and how you develop a positive mindset. Understand, you can never develop the business you want to be in if you don't develop yourself. I'm not going to ask you when was the last book you read about Down syndrome, or when was the last book you did about positivity, because I'm not here to put you on the spot. But what I am here is to get you to think about this. The tagline for my business is, if you change your perspective, you will change your outcome. And understand, if you're not being an expert in the business that you want to be in, why would I come to you? Okay. All I read about is leadership books and financial literacy, because I'm very passionate about financial literacy and leadership. Okay. I am part. I invested I invested my money in becoming a certified leadership coach. I put my money where my mouth is when it comes to financial literacy. I buy books about financial literacy. I wrote a book on that, on entrepreneurship. I read other people's material. I try to read at least 2 to 3 books per month. I used to read 1 book every week. Start on Sunday, it had to be finished by Saturday. But sometimes I just want to go do other things, especially now that the weather's breaking. So I try to read a book, at least 2 to 3 books per month. That is what I want you to start thinking about. The way to become the most successful in your business is to do one simple thing: outread the other guy. The way to become, I'll say it again because I want you to write it down. The way to become most successful in your business is to outread the other guy. Because as long as you're reading, you're learning. And the more you learn, the more successful you will be. Now, I'm not saying the richest you will be, but you will be the most successful. And the wealth, you have a wealth of knowledge. And from that knowledge, you will learn how to better serve other people. And from serving other people, you will get compensated. And from your compensation, you will develop the riches that you desire. But the money comes last, not first. Service to others comes first. As soon as you decide to be an entrepreneur, you have become a servant to other people. That is what your business is. You are in the business of serving people. And how do you serve them? By addressing Down syndrome. How do you serve them? By addressing positivity. How do you serve them? By becoming a change agent to make a positive impact on society. Those are the things that you guys said. That's how you develop the legacy that you need, and by serving other people, you will then become that change agent that will lead you to the wealth, to the riches, and the financial reward. Never, one of the things, as much as I like to get compensated for what I do, and never chase the money. I've had clients who tell me, I'm not going to be able to pay you today. Okay. All I want to know is, are you planning on paying me on what day? If you can't pay me today because your invoice is due today, fine. When is it going to come? It'll come Thursday. Fine, I'll see you Thursday. Why is that? Now, that's not for everybody, not all the time. Okay. Another thing is, you cannot treat all clients the exact same. That's not going to happen. People say, oh, you got to treat everybody the same. No, all clients are not equal. Okay? So by determining what your company truly wants to achieve, your company can achieve its potential. What I mean, okay, why are we doing that? Understand your mindset. You're going to develop a mindset for you. And when you develop that mindset, how you want your company, it's at that point in time, you're going to share that. How do you share that? By your action. What you do and how your employees perceive you is very important. John Maxwell did a study, and he went to large companies and he saw how people park their cars. Okay. And when you think about it, when you come to work, some people came to work and they pulled right into their parking space. And some people backed into their parking space. Now, think about the people in your job. First thing in the morning, everybody's talking, they're hanging around, they might go around the elevator, the water cooler, whatever. They're doing things and they're taking their time. It's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. They're taking their time. Now you go see those same people about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're moving a little bit quicker. Some may have even changed from their shoes, their dress shoes, and put on a pair of sneakers. Why is that? Why do you think that whole shift from taking your time in the morning to being a little bit more rushing in the late afternoon, that 3:30, 4 o'clock area? Why do you think that occurred? Anyone?
Because people didn't manage the time.
The way to manage their time, okay? What else? What's happening around that 4:30, that 4:30, 5 o'clock area? What's happening then? If you came to work at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, what's happening between 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon? What's about to happen?
Almost leave the office.
Exactly. So now those people who backed into work, they don't want nothing in front of them when it's time to go. They want to be able to pull out and take off. But then you had those people who pulled in, so they don't mind. Psychology says you don't mind pulling out, navigating the car, moving around, taking your time and getting out of the parking space. Okay? But those who was working and they in a mad rush to get out of the work, out of the office, yes, of course, there's that select few that might have something to do. But most importantly is the environment of the workplace. I can't wait to get out of here. If you have a company that people can't wait to get out of there, what is that saying about your leadership skills? Okay, what are the anchors you're putting there? It's making people feel, I need to get up out of here. Okay, you try to talk to them at the elevator, it's like, yeah, As soon as that elevator door opens, they're inside there, and like they're not letting that elevator pass. They went to the bathroom about 3:30. Why? Because they don't want to have to go to the bathroom at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 10 after 4, 10 after 5. Why? That's their time. They'll go to the bathroom at 3 o'clock. That's the company's time. Because they want to be ready to get up out of there. You need to understand. So as you work with people, as the entrepreneur, as the business owner, and things, study that. Study people. Go to the park and just sit down and watch people. Watch what they do. Watch their mannerisms. Watch how they walk. Study people. Okay? By studying people, when they start working for you, you'll get to anticipate what their needs are.